And hello everyone, welcome to this day. It is Thursday and this should be our warmest day of the week as we begin to cool down over the weekend. I'll tell you about that in just a moment. On our show today we have Dr. Thacker here, and he is a neurologist and movement disorder specialist with Hoag. He's been on our show before. I think we figured out it was maybe about a couple years ago. It's good to have him back. Now from our social services department, today we have a couple women that are coming on to talk about support groups, and they work with our social service department, and that is Callie Klein and Lynn Conger. So it'll be good to meet them and find out about a couple groups that are coming up in the next few weeks that you can look into joining. Adapt to it, Leslie Gaboli. You never know what Leslie is going to bring by. I don't know. It'll be a surprise to both of us, and then we'll bring you all the latest Globe headlines. Now, there are no open meetings today. In fact, there are no meetings scheduled at all, so we can get right to the weather. Today should be the warmest day. I told you yesterday there's this high pressure system that was kind of building, and honestly, the center of this high is way up north, but it will spin. They spin clockwise. It could bring in a little offshore breezes. But then we go right back down again, not so much tomorrow, but look ahead going up into Sunday and Monday and into next week. And I did tell you that it's still in the forecast that there is currently a 20% chance of rain for this area overnight Monday into Tuesday. In fact, Tuesday might be down to about 74 degrees or so. And in fact, coming into next week, Monday, Tuesday, maybe even Wednesday, probably about 3/4 of California is going to get rain of some kind. It doesn't look really strong, but it'll be our first rain event of the season. But again, for this area, it's more of a maybe, but definitely within Southern California, there's going to be some rain coming up next week, probably just for maybe about a half day or so. Let's move on and let's look at the Orange County area. And beyond the Orange County area, you can see everything is up. Look at inland, up there, inland OC, that's around Yorba Linda, Brea, and the foothills are going to be reaching the 90s today. North Orange County up around Anaheim and Garden Grove, those areas about 87. The beach communities are really jumping up by about 5 or 6 degrees today, averaging 80 degrees. And then San Diego, 85. Palm Springs, 108. Yeah, we did get a little fog this morning. It's already just about dissipated if you're watching us. A little bit are hanging around the coast, but a warmer day today. Tomorrow will still be warm, but should drop by a few degrees, and then we really begin to drop on Saturday, but then really again on Sunday and Monday and next week. Some real nice fall weather coming our way. All right, we'll be back in just a moment.
This is how we burger, brew, and cue. Pick a town. Arrive hungry, real hungry. Start with a massive burger. Charred, juicy. Add bacon, a buttery bun, piled high. Serve it up, wash it down. Creamy, hoppy, fruity, malty. We're not done yet. Cue time. Deep fried, sauce soaked, pork ribs, meaty, tender. I'm full. Where to next?
All new Burgers, Brew, and Q. Tuesday at 9. Cooking Channel. Stay fired up.
Looking for a change of scenery? You don't have to play golf to enjoy all that 19 Restaurant and Lounge has to offer. From a delicious breakfast menu to our delectable lunch and dinner specials. At 19 Restaurant and Lounge, there is something for everyone. Relax with your friends and family and take in the beautiful view from our spacious patio. Or enjoy a cocktail and appetizer in our lounge. 19 Restaurant and Lounge is a great place to socialize, enjoy a meal, or simply take in the view. Join us 7 days a week and experience Laguna Woods' exclusive dining experience.
If you asked me what I wanted to be when I was a child, I would have told you a princess or an astronaut, maybe even a chef. But things change. I may not have become a princess, but I found someone who treated me like one. I may not have become an astronaut, but I still got to see the world. I may not have become a chef, but you would never leave my house hungry. The Emeritus Institute has kept my love of learning alive. Every day is a new adventure, and the Emeritus classes have made it possible to keep living out my dreams. Sign up today and begin your life's next adventure.
My name is Angela. I'm 51 years old and I was diagnosed with a heart murmur. Before the surgery, I was struggling to breathe. I was missing out a lot on playing with my son. I decided to go to Hoag from Nevada to have my mitral valve repair because the surgeons there are excellent.
My personal approach to patient care is really taking care of a patient as if they were a member of my family.
After the surgery, I can chase him and run around and play with him as much as he wants.
It's like a miracle. It's like this patient made it through the toughest time in their life, and it's an awesome feeling.
The feeling to see these patients recover, especially when they're critically ill like that, it's just the best feeling in the world.
We wanted this to be one of the top cardiovascular centers in the region, the state, the nation, and to be recognized for that. We've achieved that.
If I had to go back and make the same choice, I would choose Hoag again. They treated me like family. This changed my life, and now I get to be with my son.
Well, right now, I'd like to welcome back, because he's been on before, Dr. Sandeep Thakur. And you are a neurologist and movement disorder specialist. And what you focus on is Parkinson's, and this is with the Pickup Family Neurosciences Parkinson's and Movement Disorders program. Welcome back, sir.
Thank you for
nice
having
to have
me.
you back on again. Let's kind of, before we get into some of the treatment and things, let's kind of go back to maybe what are the first signs of somebody who has Parkinson's versus someone who may just have tremors. They might move their arm in a certain way and they shake a little bit, but it's not necessarily Parkinson's. When does an individual or maybe their family member kind of notice that maybe it's something more?
That's a great question, because most people think of Parkinson's as purely a tremor disease state.
Right.
And 30% of patients actually don't have any form of Parkinson's, any form of tremor that's typical of Parkinson's.
Okay.
It kind of may progress in the disease state, but again, 30% of patients may not even present throughout the course with the tremor. The tremor typically is actually a rest tremor, where they're maybe sitting and completely at rest and they start shaking. The old terminology used to be a pill rolling tremor. And so the degree of tremors actually have changed. We're evolving in understanding what Parkinson's is, and it's just not just a tremor disorder. It is a slowness disorder. It is a walking imbalance disorder.
Okay.
And so we kind of now have realized that maybe a family member kind of picks up a tremor and may just say, oh, you know, what's going on? And usually a patient may say they feel nervous, but we're trying to make sure and distinguish what that tremor is, and if it's, make sure it's not just a medicine-induced tremor as well.
Okay, so there are sometimes people can have tremors or something that have nothing to do with Parkinson's.
Correct.
Okay. Now, once you kind of figure out what this person has, and another part of this that I want to ask is it helpful to determine it early? Is it curable? Is it just managed? How do you go about this with the different treatment programs and getting the opinions from specialists and all?
Yeah, unfortunately, at this moment in time, Parkinson's as one of the neurodegenerative disease states is not a curable disease, but we can manage it so well in the degree, just like how diabetes used to be a uncurable or unmanageable disease state and people will get gangrene and have complications. Parkinson's is now that stage where it's not meant to be a life-threatening disorder. We can manage it with great medications. We're having such fantastic surgical options as well, and newer pharmaceutical and device companies are in the manifestation of helping us as physicians promote and educate patients about what's best for them and which tool we need to incorporate for health.
When it comes to Parkinson's versus other movement disorders, where does it manifest from? Is it from the nerves themselves that are degenerating? Is it something that's going on in the brain? Is it a little bit of both?
It's always been a neurological nerve-related disease,
Okay.
and in the deep structures of the brainstem. So our brain sits on a brainstem, and then that connects then to the spinal cord, and then the nerves come out to the muscles. And there's certain chemicals, what we call neurotransmitters, that are reduced, and the specific one is dopamine.
Okay.
And we now know that other neurotransmitters are also involved, but actually the uniqueness of the disease state and what we're understanding of pathology is that it may actually even be starting in the stomach and the gut, and then the GI system's involved, and whatever our exposure to toxins, foods, dietary type of factors may then spread to the nerves and then get into the nervous system.
Okay.
And what's so unique and fascinating about the disease state, if we can maybe block these abnormal growths of proteins that are coming from our GI system, we may have a way of curing or modifying the disease altogether.
Yeah, it's interesting that you bring that up, because there seems to be sort of the same sort of line of studies in that effect with Alzheimer's, with lupus, with things like that, where they're kind of looking at, is this coming from toxins, is this coming from this, is it whatever it might be, but they're beginning to look in those areas where to try and pinpoint. You mentioned, the dopamine and things like that. What are some of the therapies and the latest treatment options?
Well, we always suggest that regardless of just medicine, it's all about diet and exercise, getting good sleep habits, and making sure that the whole person as a whole in general is taken care of, and any comorbidities, hypertension, diabetes, cholesterol is managed as best as possible. And then when we do actually get to the Parkinson's component is, we have oral medications that are very useful. We have different patches. Our mainstay is to keep dopamine levels stable. Now, we don't have a blood test for dopamine, but we know clinically how a patient's absorbing the medicines and how it's kicking in and working. That's why it's so important as a specialist to monitor patients over time. And if the medications are not working as well, we have two surgical options, which is deep brain stimulation or a new type of therapy, which is called Duopa, and it's a pump that delivers dopamine in a continuous fashion.
So that would be the same way as a diabetic has a little pump on the side?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. We always say that neurology is sometimes 20 years behind cardiology, and now maybe 10 years behind endocrinology, but we actually do have a pump that maintains that therapy.
Ah, interesting. So someone who might be living with Parkinson's, again, it's totally different from different people. I mean, there are people who maybe have it very early in life, later on, may progress very slowly to the point where even when they get to be in their 80s or 90s, it's still there, but it's not a huge problem. Other people, it just quickly degenerates, right?
That is correct. You couldn't have said it any more eloquently, because when you see one person with Parkinson's, you've only seen one person with Parkinson's, that everyone manifests so differently.
Yeah.
Even last week, I had someone who was about 92 years of age and has had Parkinson's for 15 years and barely had any progression of symptoms of tremor, and still very active, actually still golfs, and always ask me how I can give medicines to get the score down in golf, but it's very, very minimally progressive, so everyone's so different.
Yeah, and that's going to be a challenge for you and other physicians in this field, because it's not just one medication or cure. That's true of many different diseases, but some of them are, kind of follow the same similar pattern. But with this, you really got to look at the individual very, very carefully, see where they're at and what needs or maybe doesn't need to be done.
Correct. I mean, that's challenging, and it's also quite fruitful as a physician, because you get to know the patient, you get to understand the family, the dynamics. The key aspect, again, is developing that close relationship with the individual, is understanding their course and what's affecting them. You can really get to the nitty-gritty and then help them in this disease.
And this is where the Hoag Center comes in, and the program that you folks have is how you work with each patient, and you have a whole team that's there to kind of work together and figure out what may be best, because sometimes it's the medication, it could be the medication with exercise and diet. They're all different specialists and centers that kind of work together on this, right?
Yeah, I mean, one of the best things for me is when I left the university, I came down from UCLA, and it was a win situation for me as a professional, because from an executive standpoint at Hoag, they really care about the individual programs and their patients. They set up a wonderful physical therapy department. In fact, it's grown to 2 locations that are physical therapy trained in Parkinson's, and then we have speech therapists that are trained in Parkinson's and movement disorders, and then there's occupational therapists that are just wonderful, that go beyond just medications and help with activities of daily living and help with penmanship and, you know, buttoning and sewing and different aspects that what patients have actually been missing that medicines may not reach. And then at the same time, we have a wonderful surgeon who can help. We have a GI proceduralist that helps with the new pump. I mean, and then my colleagues are just wonderful. Just even if they're not the movement disorder specialists, the neurologists, really, we know how to collaborate, and it's been a wonderful institute.
Yeah, well, that's good to hear, and it's nice that there are progressions with this. In other words, within the treatments, like the pump and things like that. And really, you know, as you mentioned, is about people living with it and managing it, you know, the best that everyone can. And I think the key is diagnosing it early, like with so many other diseases, and figure out, yes, this is what you have, and now we can go forward.
Yeah, the disease state, catching early will always allow us to modify the course of the disease to a certain degree, and also early awareness, education, and getting on the right path. I mean, again, physical therapy and exercise is so key, and we can help secure balance so we can prevent falls, you know, help manage even mood and the emotions that come with the disease, and then again the connections that we have within the community with the psychiatrist, the psychologist, the marriage family therapist. I mean, it's so key to get early on this.
Right. Great to have you back.
Appreciate it.
I hope to see you again soon.
Most definitely.
Doctor, thank you very much. And if you want to find out more about this, you can go to hoag.org/neurosciences, and the number is on the screen, 764-6066. We'll be right back.
Hiring a realtor you trust is the first step in selling your home. Selecting an escrow company that can safeguard your money and personal information throughout the transaction is the next step. Escrow Options will guarantee the safety of your personal information and funds from the risks of wire fraud and cyber theft. Choose the escrow company that works for you. Escrow Options Group, protecting consumer assets in escrow since 2005.
We all know there's no place like home. You want to stay in your own home, but day-to-day tasks are getting more difficult to manage. Acticare is the solution. We are the trusted care partner in your community with 5-star reviews. You've taken care of others all your life. Now is the time to let us help you. In-home care is a safe and effective way to help you remain living independently in the comfort of your own home.
Acticare, responsive in-home care. Your first day is free.
Once I came to alignment, things changed.
Here, they take time with you, and if there's any question, they answers it.
It's a good place to go because those people there care about you.
They are a compassionate group. It's almost like you're coming to a second home.
Imagine if you'd grown up with a video documentary of your great-great-grandparents. Family Chronology is a family-owned business here to help you tell your story in your own unique way, in order to ensure that your legacy is passed down to your descendants for centuries to come.
Pretty much, they have been my life in recent years since they were born. They have been the focus of my attention, along with my daughter and my son and my son-in-law too. But the grandkids especially have been my focus. and I've enjoyed every minute of it.
Right now are two guests that work closely with our social service department. I'd like to welcome Callie Klein, and Callie's sitting right over there. She is the Director of Senior Care and Connect and Manager of Holocaust Survivor Programs. And Lynn Conger is here as well with the Jewish Federation and Family Services here in Orange County. And welcome, both of you. As I said, you work with Susan McInerney with our Social Services Department. And we're going to be talking about in just a moment some couple programs that you ladies are going to be involved with. So, Callie, first, tell me about kind of your background, how you got into this, and what you work, how you work with these folks.
I've been with Jewish Federation of Family Services this last 10 years, but I was with them 25 years ago. And JFFS has been part of Orange County for the last 50 years, but I've been a social worker in Orange County the last 25, 27 years, and working with seniors and adults.
Okay. Yeah. And you've worked with here in Laguna Woods Village.
Yes, I actually did an internship here 22 years ago.
Yeah,
so,
that's
and
what you were just saying.
Working with it for many, many years, in and out.
And Lynn, you do the same as far as working with seniors.
Correct, and we're really excited to partner with Social Services. They're sponsoring these two groups that you'll hear a little bit more about after Callie gives the background.
Yeah, tell us about that.
So, Jewish Federation of Family Services is actually a merger of two organizations. It was Jewish Federation and Jewish Family Service. So, Family Services is the social service arm of Jewish Federation of Family Services, and we provide services to people of all ages, gender, races, no problem, what their background is. And we serve over 6,000 people per year in general. We look at providing services to seniors, and with that, the Holocaust survivors. We have counseling services where we do individual and group counseling, and then we have special needs services, and we're also looking to expand and have programs in and around Orange County and in different areas, not just at our main offices.
Okay, so this isn't, as you just said, regardless of your name, you don't have to be belong to any Jewish organization or anything like that. Right. And what's coming, what you're doing, what you ladies are here for, is talking about a couple different groups that are going to be happening here in the village. And one of them is called Solo Agers. And this one is coming up, this is the first one that's coming up. There's actually a series of these. It's going to be ongoing groups. This one's coming up on October 16th.
Correct.
So, and then the other one we'll get into the bereavement group.
So I am a licensed clinical social worker, and along with staff from social services here in the village, we'll be facilitating that group starting on Tuesday the 16th. That will meet in the Pine Room. And solo aging is kind of a new term. It's really what that means is people who either don't have children or grandchildren available to assist them. And so the solo ager group will look at the unique challenges and the opportunities that come with being a solo ager.
And this is something that, you know, as people age, and they may have family, but they don't live in the immediate area. And so technically they're on their own for most of the time.
And we talk about family of choice if we don't have a family of birth. And it is a rapidly growing segment in our population. And it's important to plan for the future and also build that support system in those relationships.
And the other group, which in a sense goes along with this, is the bereavement group. And I know that we have had, we meaning in the community here, they've had bereavement groups over the years, and this is where you folks are for lack of a better term, are kind of contracting with you're kind of taking over doing these bereavement groups.
Well, this is actually a slightly different bereavement group, and this is done in partnership with social services. A staff member from social services will be co-facilitating along with myself. This group will be meeting over at the Towers on Thursdays beginning October 18th, and it's really intended for people who have gone through the initial grieving process, maybe gone through the first year or two after their loss, and are looking for the next steps. And so after grief, we look to re-engage in life and kind of recreate our lives, and that's the purpose of this. And this will be a weekly ongoing group.
Okay, and Callie, this is something that's very hard for people. There's almost a sense of they feel guilty if they start to want to enjoy life again. I shouldn't do that. You know, that is like losing the memory of my spouse or whatever, right?
And this is where we've seen that the chapter 2, the second stage of grief, is once people have realized where their lives are and that, you know, the situation has been and they've lost a loved one, but really the grief goes with them. You know, you just learn to live with your grief. And so this chapter 2 allows people to explore how they can develop new relationships. And they talk about that when you lose a loved one, they say time is the healer of all wounds, but time does help, but it's really as we re-engage and we form other relationships and learn to like and love other people, that fills the gap. We have endless capacity to love people, so and build those relationships.
Now these groups, the first one is starting the 16th of October, and we have the time on this one. The other one we don't quite yet. Tuesdays 2 to 3:30. And right here in the Pine Room.
Believe it's also going to.
It will be 2 to 3:30 as well.
It will, the tower. Okay.
The chapter 2 group at the Towers.
Okay. So that's good. That's good to know. That's a couple days later. One's a 6-week group, but the other one's ongoing.
Correct.
Now, as far as signing up, they would do that through our social services
They're
department?
welcome to contact the Village Social Services, and then I'll be available to be in contact with those people as well.
Okay. Great programs. I mean, the importance of these are wonderful. And glad you ladies are on board here.
Well, we're really pleased to have this collaboration and be able to work with providing additional services. And we have a great number of other programs that we're discussing with Susan in terms of bringing some additional things to Laguna Woods.
All right, fantastic.
All right. Thank you very much.
Nice to have you on. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, and we'll be right back. Susan told me that more. Hey Laguna Woods, it's Ken.
And Lisa.
Did you miss an episode of This Day? Not to worry. Head over to youtube.com and search Village Television.
Here you can find each episode of This Day and other community programs such as Good Day OC, Discovering Laguna Woods, and much more.
Just click the red subscribe button, then click the bell to be emailed every time we upload a video.
Don't miss out.
And subscribe today.
I started Sterling Financial under the premise that there was a need for integrity in this industry as well as quality service.
There's such volatility in the stock market. One day it could be up 100 points, the next day it could be down 500 points. Well, what we like to do is be able to have people go to bed and wake up the next morning knowing that their money is safe and secure.
That's what we try to do here at Sterling Financial Advisors, is to create peace of mind and quality of life in retirement.
I'm Dr. Leif Loberg, and I want to welcome you to our brand new facility here in Laguna Woods. We've been serving the community since 2006, and we're super excited to bring you an awesome team of doctors, Dr. Jackson, Dr. Asaturians, Dr. Vian, myself, here to serve you in our brand new state-of-the-art facility. Call us in the morning and we'll get you in the same day, guaranteed.
The Laguna Hills Lodge is very proud to have been awarded the TripAdvisor Award of Excellence for the last 5 years. Discover this family-friendly boutique hotel and enjoy
Hi, I'm John Bowser Bauman. You probably know me best as Bowser from Sha Na Na, but I'm also president of Social Security Works PAC. And you know, when I'm in Laguna Woods, I always watch Village Television. Grease for peace.
Leslie Gabola is here today from Adapt to It, and today you've brought us, well, 4 different things.
Yeah.
Yes, and one of them, well, a couple of them I kind of obviously know what they are.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about, which one do you want to talk about first?
We'll talk about the biggest one first, this one. And this, I think I've had this on several times, but I can never say too much about it just because it's a simple, easy exercise equipment that you can take anywhere. This one actually folds, so technically you can take it with you anywhere you go. And you can use it tabletop like this, so to exercise your arms. It has a tension rod here, so you can tighten it up, make it a little bit tighter. But it's mostly a bike, like you put it in front of a wheelchair, a chair, anything, under a desk, and put your feet on here, and then just use it as a peddler. It's a transportable peddler.
That is great.
And helps with circulation. I've had some people that have to keep moving for circulatory reasons.
Right.
So it does that. It helps with edema, swelling. Gives you, if you have a desk job, you can put it under your desk, and it gives you a little bit of exercise.
That's great. And you know, Leslie invented this because she was riding her bike one day and the wheels fell off. And she goes, what am I doing? Hey, this is a great, no, I'm just kidding. But no, but I can see this is something, you know, even for anyone who maybe even has a desk job, regardless of age, putting this under the desk.
Exactly.
I could see it just kind of relaxing and relieving tension.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
Especially if you're working on one of those tough projects and you can't move, but you want to move.
Yeah.
So this is a good
Very
option.
cool. All right, I'm going to put this aside.
Okay.
Just so we can see you a little bit better and the other stuff. So let me put that there. Okay, now.
Okay. So now I brought a couple of my favorite hygiene items.
Okay.
We have a ton, we have a huge area of hygiene items. And for anybody that's been in the store, they know that, and that includes all kinds of incontinence products and stuff. But a couple of the things that are overlooked, and one of the things, when people are in the hospital, nobody washes their hair. And so, it's a mess. I mean, if you can't get out of bed, it's a total mess. Now, I being me, when I was a therapist, I used to go in and I used to make the mess and wash people's hair for them. These weren't invented then. And what this is, it's a shampoo cap. And it is amazing. So it has like non-rinse shampoo in it. You put it in the microwave for like 20 seconds, make it warm, and it's a cap. And you put it on, then you would go squish, 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 squish. And then you take it off, and then you towel dry it, comb the hair, and it's clean.
That's amazing.
And it smells great, and your hair dries normally, so it doesn't dry all icky and stringy. It dries beautifully. You can blow dry it.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, it's a fabulous idea.
That's a really good idea.
You know, if you camp or
you know, there you go. Yeah, this could be for anyone.
Really, camping or going down to help out, you know, for the hurricanes or anything where you can't, you don't have soap and water, but you feel grungy. If you wash your hair, it really helps. So that's
a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, for camping. I don't camp, but you know, a lot of people do.
Yeah, I love that thing.
All right.
And then the other thing along kind of the same line, this is a foaming body cleanser. And this foam, so you pump it out and it's foam and it's light and fluffy. It feels really good. It's got olive oil in it and skin conditioners. And it's non-rinse.
Now this is, again, for all the reasons you just said.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it's non-rinse, so you don't have to worry about it. Again, if somebody is in bed, they can't get up. You can spray it onto a little washcloth if you want, or a sponge, or just use it as it is.
Yeah, I like that idea.
And that's real easy.
Very good. Now we're going to move on to, I know that Leslie and all her plethora of canes.
My plethora of canes.
She always has different ones and different little things that can go on them. And this one that looks like it's got a kind of a Mardi Gras thing going on.
Yeah, exactly. And we have like probably 10 or 12 of these in the store, not this exact pattern. We have different patterns, different colors.
Right, yeah.
So you can come pick what you like. And I like a couple things about this. Number one is the base, so it has a little bit of a
and
bigger...
you've talked about this before,
stability, right?
Yeah.
And then the other thing is it's pretty, but it has a couple of things on it. This is a holder for your cell phone, keys, a little bit of money, whatever you need. And then this is a light, and it actually works. I don't know if it works to turn it on here, but it you can shine it anywhere. And
That's great.
It moves, so you can always have your light with you.
That's a great little holder, yeah.
Because one of the things that I've noticed, and this will actually, the holder will go, and this one will go on anything that has like tubing on it.
Oh
so
yeah, you can use it on
walker.
a bike or whatever. Yeah, that's a great idea.
Because one of the things that I've noticed walking through, and it's coming up again, especially in winter, around 4 o'clock, walking through Laguna Woods, there are not a lot of lights.
Yes.
It's
we know that.
It's very poorly lit. So having a little bit of extra light that you can take with you and even have on your mobility equipment to light your way, it's going to prevent falls.
I like that. Yeah, that's a great. And again, you know, the light, you can use that for so many different things.
Exactly, and it moves, so you can do
if you have a
whatever.
walker, if you're just a bicyclist and you don't want to have a permanent light on there nowadays with LED lights, you know, that's going to last for hours off a single battery. So.
Exactly. You don't have to worry about
And I have to
running
mention something. I've said this. You taught me this a long time ago. There's so many people who walk around, click.
Yeah, you can undo it and try. Yeah.
And it's very annoying. All you got to do is tighten this little ring up, and there you go.
That's it.
You taught me that because I asked, why do these? This was years ago. Why do these canes always make these noises? Because people don't.
Yeah, it's the magic ring.
It's a very simple thing to do.
And then, so we have the large bases, and then we have canes.
Yeah.
These are like canes that are already put together. But if you have a special cane at home that you like, but you need a tip on it, or something that has a little bit of a broader base, we have them separately.
Yeah,
so
you've got all kinds, as a matter of fact.
And then actually I brought a little mini one.
Yeah.
And it does the same thing, it's just a little bit of a smaller base. So if you need just a little bit of help, you can use the little tip.
And what you can see on this one, there's just a little bit of a give here. So when you go to put this down, you've got that a little bit of stability. This one's a little stiffer, but still, you know, the same thing. Much better than not having one.
Exactly.
And these are all interchangeable. You can buy different. You can buy the cane you want, and then
put the tip on it.
Put the tip on and things like that. So all different kinds of stuff.
Very easy.
And canes of every kind and every color.
Every kind and every color.
You even have clear ones.
I do.
I'm waiting for the one that has built-in LED lights inside.
You know, somebody asked for that.
I bet you that someday or somewhere they're out there.
I'm going to have to talk to my manufacturer and see if we can get that done.
That would be kind of neat.
It would be.
Yeah. Very good. And of course, they are located right there on the corner of El Toro and Paseo de Valencia. They also have one in Newport Beach off, is it 16th or
16th in Newport.
Yeah. And if you want to go down there, you can as well. All kinds of different things, as you can see here. She's brought a variety of different ways to help you with your life. And you know, what's really nice is she knows her stuff. She's an occupational therapist. She's not just going to sell you something going, here, you need a cane, here you go. She's going to figure out in her team there which is right for you, whatever it may be. Because this is really great. Maybe this isn't right for you, and she'll tell you that.
Definitely.
Right?
I'm very honest.
Yes, you are. And she keeps her hair really clean with this shower. Sometimes
every morning. Sometimes
in the store she'll have this on, just in case you see her with that. Good to see you.
Thank you. Great to be here
care.
always.
Bye-bye. We'll be right back.
Maxi Comfort from Golden is the most comfortable lift recliner in the world. Its patented technology glides smoothly into a variety of positions not found on most recliners. Everyone loves the programmable auto drive control. You can lift and recline, watch TV or sleep, and enjoy the feeling of weightlessness in zero gravity. Made by American workers and backed by the industry's best warranties. Feel relaxed in a Maxi Comfort lift recliner. Contact your local Golden retailer today.
Through my window, I see the first sunlight, and I feel the warm ocean breeze. I see the waves that lulled me all night. That's what my window brings me.
Look at this.
That view is $1 million.
It's amazing we can look at these kinds of places within our budget.
You don't have a bad view from here anywhere you look.
It's all about the view. Sunday night is beach night. Sunday night at 8, only on HGTV.
Hi, everybody. I'm Sean Thomas. Welcome to Sports Talk. Come join me here every Thursday at 11:30 a.m. for sports highlights, tournament news, and interviews for Laguna Woods residents and around the world. Hey, maybe even Broadway. It's a beautiful day for a ball game. Put it on your calendar. Thursday mornings, a great way to start your day with me and the Sports Talk way. Or even a triple's okay. I'll see you there.
Every Thursday, we have Jennifer Carmarker on, who's giving us the Globe headlines, and she's here with us today. Welcome.
Thank you. Great to be here.
So, as always, you always have some good stuff for the front page. So, what's on the front page today?
We have a very newsy paper today.
All right.
But we're going to start off with the Mid-Autumn Festival.
Oh, okay.
It's also known as the Moon Festival. It's recognized on the 15th day of the 8th month in accordance with the lunar calendar, and this year's Moon Festival took place on Monday, September 24th. Irene Cheng, who is a member of the Chinese American Club, said about the holiday that originated in China, people use this opportunity to express their gratitude to heaven, represented by the moon, for the blessings that they have enjoyed over the past year. The club will be celebrating the Moon Festival as well as their 20-year anniversary on Tuesday in Clubhouse 5 among a sold-out crowd of 300. So if you don't have tickets, sorry, maybe next year.
It looks like it's going to be really colorful.
Yes, yes.
Oh, that's neat.
They are having some performances by a Chinese opera company, which should be really, like you said, colorful and sounds really wonderful. A lot of traditional songs as well as some other things that'll be thrown in there. And moon worship may take form in lighting lanterns, burning incense, performing dragon or lion dances, or simply gazing at the moon. Most importantly, however, it is revered by eating rich, dense, hockey puck-sized biscuits known as moon cake.
I don't know if that sounds appetizing
no, but
or
I'm
not.
hoping somebody brings some into
Maybe.
the Globe office.
Well, that would be a good idea. So you can try these moon pies, or is that what they were called?
Moon cake.
Moon cakes. Moon pies is the dessert.
Yeah, and Irene said, as turkey is to Thanksgiving for Americans, moon cakes are to the Mid-Autumn Festival for Chinese.
Okay, then. We've got to
They are often filled with thick lotus seed, date, or red bean paste. And there's these circular baked goods that are served in small wedges and best paired with tea.
Okay.
Traditional mooncakes are imprinted with Chinese symbols of longevity, good fortune, and harmony, and may contain whole salted duck eggs, hinting at the full moon hidden inside.
Interesting.
So,
okay.
Yes, so we're really hoping somebody out there
we need to try one.
Bring some up to the TV studio and into
up.
the Globe office.
And tea. We don't have any tea.
Tea. We have to have tea.
All right. What else do you have?
Well, we have some interesting news about the Laguna Woods Post Office. It's the one based at the Performing Arts Center, and it may be moving soon. The little brown mobile unit stashed in one corner of the parking lot at 23822 Avenida Sevilla may no longer house a full retail post office, as the lease is set to expire on Saturday. According to Evelina Ramirez, she's the U.S. Postal Service representative for Los Angeles and Orange counties. Ramirez said the government mailing service has not started negotiations yet for an extension, and that any discussion may start in a few months. She said, "We're hopeful that the landlord will offer another lease. If the landlord decides not to extend our lease, we'll look for another space." As gate access is required upon visit, the post office is reserved exclusively for Laguna Woods Village residents. Services offered at this location include shipping first-class mail, priority mail, express mail, as well as standard rate mail domestically and internationally. Residents may buy stamps or packaging products and make money orders. However, this location does not provide post office boxes. Ramirez explained that the next steps, if the lease is not renewed, begin with a press release informing and inviting the public to discuss alternative sites. The collected data will be considered before applying for relocation. Ramirez said, "We do not intend to close the post office."
Oh, that will be good. Because
So-
where is the next closest one, I wonder?
Laguna Hills, I believe.
So it's not too far, but that's super convenient to
Super
have it here.
convenient, yeah. And I don't know that a lot of people know about it. So
that's
anyway,
really,
head
take
on over
advantage
there.
of it,
Take
yeah.
advantage in the next few weeks because it may be moving.
Okay.
In other news, and of course the big news this week, just shy of 3 years as Village Management Services CEO, Brad Hudson has announced his resignation. In his resignation letter, Hudson said he is ending his employment with VMS to pursue other personal and professional opportunities. His first day was December 26, 2015, and I remember that day, and we sent a reporter to interview him, so we had a nice little interview with him. When he started. He cited innovations in customer service, technology, and transparency as some of his proudest feats accomplished alongside the staff and governance boards of Laguna Woods Village. VMS Chair Marcy Scheinwald said she will be sorry to see Hudson go. He was a gifted administrator because he had vision in terms of meeting the village's needs while also moving it forward, Scheinwald said. The concern is that we will be able to find somebody to match those skills. Hudson, a veteran of the U.S. Air Force, spent 12 years as Riverside County's Assistant County Executive Officer, 6 years as the city manager for the city of Riverside, and most recently 4 years as the County Executive Officer for Sacramento County before coming to the village. And his resignation is effective October 15th. The VMS Board of Directors has appointed Chief Operating Officer Siobhan Foster as interim CEO and will be facilitating the recruitment of a new Chief Executive Officer.
I see. All right.
So we wish him the best.
Absolutely. Wish him. He's been on a lot, and there was a lot of things he reported on. So it seems like he was, his term here was jam-packed with lots of stuff.
Jam-packed. Yep. A lot of things went on under his watch.
Yes. Yes, most definitely.
And finally, we get to our favorite part of the segment.
Letters.
We get letters. So this week, we have letters praising the handyman service in United. A lot of people love
Well, I think they actually are
that.
hiring another one.
Are they?
Well, that handyman service is getting another person because the guy's so
They need
busy.
it. Yeah, it's really popular. We have a letter warning of a new Social Security scam. A letter about the situation with RV parking, and this letter from Marlene Gilliland, who writes, "I want to warn people not to purchase gift cards. I bought one from a local retailer and it was cashed elsewhere in California before my friend even received it. It was still in its packaging. Neither bank, the retailer, nor the credit card company whose card I purchased were able to help."
Oh, that's unusual.
So, yeah.
Somebody had scanned it or something.
I guess
I don't know how they do it. These hackers are getting smarter and smarter.
I don't know, but they're figuring out ways.
Yeah.
So beware.
Beware. Well, thank you. That's good information this time, as always.
I
mean, every Thursday you got great stuff. So thanks again.
You're welcome. See you next week.
And remember, when you come into the Community Services Building, you can get your copy of the Globe on Thursday morning at 8 a.m. Or maybe 9, somewhere between 8 and 9 on the first floor of the Community Services Building. We'll be right back after this.
I'm coming for you, Cancer. With California Protons, I now have the technology and expertise to fight with unmatched precision. I'll zero in and wear you down with radiation, millimeter by millimeter. You won't weaken me. I'll spare my tissues and protect myself against future threats. Cancer, you're history. I'm looking to the future.
Hi, I'm Wendy Miller, your Laguna Woods real estate professional. Have you been looking for a realtor?
Wendy Miller helped me through the challenging process of real estate here in Laguna Woods. She was helpful, she was fun, she was professional. I really recommend her.
Whether you're thinking of buying, selling, downsizing, or even relocating within Laguna Woods, I am your real estate professional and can help guide you through the entire process. Give me a call and I'll help you make the right move.
And our movie coming up for this Friday is called The Ballad of Lefty Brown, and it may seem like this is an old-time Western. Well, it kind of looks that way, but it's actually a fairly new movie. It came out last year, and it's a thrilling, action-packed Western, and it tells the story about loyalty, friendship, and the relentless pursuit of justice. So this is all done in kind of the vein of the old kind of Western movies, the John Wayne movies, and that sort of thing. Good action-packed movie, great actors in this. Bill Pullman is in that, who you just saw, Peter Fonda, and this will be coming your way this Friday at 2 o'clock and at 7 o'clock. The Ballad of Lefty Brown. It is rated R primarily for language and violence. Now, our movie coming up on Monday is based on a true story. It's called The Miracle Season, and it's tells the story of a volleyball star, and her name was Caroline Line Found, and she had a tragic death. And it's how the team of dispirited high school girls must come together under the guidance of their tough love coach in hopes of winning the state championship. And this sort of what this movie does, it kind of goes in the background of what happened, so kind of backflash and then forwards to the present time and how they all deal with this. So a really poignant movie, a kind of an upbeat movie at the end, and I think you'll really enjoy it. It is, as I said, it's based on a true story, and this will be coming up to you on Monday. And this stars Helen Hunt and William Hurt, and brought to you by, I'm trying to see who the sponsor is on this. Oh, sorry, I don't have it, but it is going to be coming up on Monday, 2 o'clock and 6 o'clock. Now, I want to tell you about some events that are happening tonight, if you'd like to be involved with them. One, the India Club, we had them on the other day, and they're putting out a great event tonight. They're going to have a travelogue and great food, and this all happens at Clubhouse 7. Now, if you're watching us right now or midday, this starts at 4 o'clock. Now, it goes into the evening, but they're going to have some food out there. They have a gentleman I had on the other day, Nino Mohan, who's going to give you a travelogue about getting to know India. There's going to have raffles and music and dancing, all kinds of fun. And that is going to be over at Clubhouse 7 tonight at 4 o'clock. So don't miss this. They put on, they do a really fun event and great show. Something else that's going to be fun happening tonight, the Comedy Club is putting on their monthly show. The doors will open at 6 o'clock and the show starts at 7. And this is, tonight's going to be Dick Hardwick, who has been on many different TV shows and has entertained here in the Village before. He's going to be putting on a show, and Joey Sims always kind of starts the show off herself. Now, you can get there at 6 o'clock, and as I said, the show will start at 7. The cost for residents is $7, and this is over at Clubhouse 5. So join them tonight and have a fun, funny evening. There you go. And quickly, I want to tell you once again, we had on Shirley Witt yesterday from the Senior Center and talked about their wonderful casino night that is coming up this Saturday. It's a major fundraiser for the Florence Sylvester Memorial Senior Center. It's happening right there at the Senior Center. Cost is $25, and that gives you $100 in play money, and then they have all kinds of different games going on. And with the play money that you win or don't win, depending what happens, you'll then go ahead and use that for the raffle that they're going to be having. There'll be snacks and refreshments there, wonderful raffle prizes in addition to what you can bid on. And if you want to get more play money, you can do that. So that's going on from 6 until 10 o'clock at the Senior Center. Now, the weather Today is going to be pretty much the warmest day of the week. We're going to be probably in the mid to upper 80s today. Things have cleared up a lot earlier. Tomorrow we're still going to be somewhat a little bit on the warm side, about 83, but then things are going to really drop down this weekend, but particularly on Monday and getting into next week when there is a possibility of some rain coming into our area. There'll certainly be rain in Southern California. Whether or not we get it here or not, we'll see. And that's looking like right now, overnight Monday into Tuesday. And again, not too much, but throughout the state, those 2 days, there could be a decent amount of rain in certain areas, only lasting about a day and a half, but it's kind of nice after not having rain for, I don't even know how long. It seems like 6 months at least since we've had some rain. So this will be really nice. Looking around Orange County today, the temps are all up. Look at the beach communities. They've been in the mid to low 70s, and now they're averaging about 80 degrees today. Everywhere is up by probably about 5 degrees, as you can see there. Up in Big Bear, 76, beautiful up there. Palm Springs has not gone below 100 in, I don't know, 2 months at least, or more so. So about 108 out there today. All right, tomorrow on our show, we should have Dan Oweiler here from Sterling Financial. Also a report from the El Toro Water District, a United update as well, and also a woman, Lois Rubin, who's doing a meditation class here with the Recreation Department. We'll find out more about that. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.